Hey, what it do? What the business is?
It is another week in the books. It's the On Deck TV show. I am Spike Lou.
Man, holla at your boy Animal Brown, Animal_Brown. If you're looking for me on social media.
Absolutely. And I am Spike Glue on them same social sites. Holla at your boy. Did you have a good time on another week in the books, Animal Brown?
Absolutely, man. Shout out I appreciate the invite. Definitely don't get a chance to tell our story like we had a chance to on that. So that was super dope. Shout out to Mo too, man. Cool people. I like what y'all doing over there.
Big facts, man. If you want to check that out, get a more personable side of the On Deck TV show duo, Animal Brown and I did an interview over on the On Another Week in the Books feed. So make sure you check that out. This week, man, I played golf this weekend first and foremost.
For sure. Stunk it up.
Did.
Yeah.
But I do see why people keep going, because it was one shot, nigga. The last hole from like 200 yards out, I got within like 10 feet. That shit felt so amazing. I'm talking about stunk it up all day. We went out there at 1:30. We got through at like 5:30 or 6. And I tell you, first of all, I was tired as hell. But that one shot, I see how people get hooked on it. Because you'll stick it up, hit it to the left, hit it to the right, miss it. But then one time you would hit that motherfucker and it looked like the people on TV.
Yeah.
Here you go, another $100. Let me do this again tomorrow. But
that's the rush. That's the gambling rush.
Facts, 100%, man. So that's a dope little hobby. I like it. I'm having fun with that. Speaking of having fun, man, we're not going to do it this episode because this is Nas B-Sides. But shout out to Nas fans out there, man. We got to pay respects to the legends. We did the Jay-Z's, the Drakes, the Waynes. So we had to throw Nas in there with his B-Sides. Some could argue his whole catalog is B-Sides, but we will point out our favorites. Also, is Rolling Loud getting too far gone? Has it jumped the shark? Future sold his catalog. We want to know, is that a smart move? And BET dropped its 50 best hip-hop samples. But first, Animal Brown, Akademiks, your mans, has been in the news again. This time he called older rappers washed. Excuse me, not washed. He referred to them as dusty.
Yeah.
Big difference there. Yeah. He referred to those guys as dusty. And a lot of rappers came out that were older and they took heed to it. Mainly LL Cool J. He had some words to say, but a lot of people responded. AB, what do you think about Ak calling the previous generation dusty?
Yeah, I know Kid Cudi said he felt like he was the most hated man in hip hop. Well, there's a new most hated man in hip hop this week, at least, and this DJ Akademiks. He was doing this Twitch thing as he always does, but his idea of people being dusty is that they're not walking around with P&B rock levels of jewelry around their neck. So if you're not rocking ice like that, then he looks at you like, oh, that means you must be broke. And DJ Akademiks, I had to look it up. He's 31 years old. He's too old to have this mindset. He has a young crowd that follows and listens to him. I understand that, but he's too young to still be thinking like this. I saw a clip one time where he was talking about how he's got more money than rappers and all these rappers. And he said the reason he can say that is because he buys his cars cash and the dealers are telling him that the rappers are leasing them.
Okay. And
actually, that makes you look like a lick, nigga. They see you coming around the block because your dumb ass thinks that cashing out on a whip means that you got paper. Meanwhile, niggas that's already done that and fucked up, they know that shit is worthless, nigga. They just go lease it and ride it out for a couple years and trade it for the new shit. They've got hip to the game while you're still learning and getting raped. So that's where his mindset is at still. He went crazy. Man, when the last time you saw somebody from the old school look like they got paper, blah, 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 blah. The response was very interesting, though. A lot of people, I don't think LL Cool J knew who he was, though, because he called him
he just wasn't calling. Yeah, he wasn't just. Well, you know how old niggas be, man. Like, I don't want to get put on the screen like I'm dissing old niggas, but you know how we seen Nelly and Lil Wayne try to talk to each other on fucking IG and how awkward that was. So just with technology and new terminology, he probably know he ain't a DJ, but don't know if he a DJ or not. Excuse me.
Well, yeah, that's possible. But I seen a whole lot of throwback rappers comment on this that I hadn't even never heard of. So some of them are just using this as their 15 minutes. Fine, but he was dead wrong though. But that's where his mindset is. He talks to people that are like 17.
Yep. You hit the nail on the head when you said his crowd, and he's catering to those people.
Facts.
This is odd to me though, because Akademiks is dusty. Like, let's not get it twisted here. He walks around looking dusty as well. Like, he's not no fly dude. And I'm saying that won't all the smoke. I know I'm much flyer than he is, so I can say that. Like, so that confuses me in the sense of him, like, just, I guess he attributing to what's jewelry or something of that nature.
Probably.
But even the best response to it, I feel like, was LL Cool J. And we talked about it a little bit on Another Week in the Books. It's not necessarily the monetary value that you add to the culture. And the response, and so many people responded, I think the Hit Dog Holler scenario definitely goes here, because I think it was tongue in cheek for Act. While I won't shoot him no bail on what he said, he got a point, and he's talking to his crowd. Like, he wasn't trying to diss a nigga specifically. It do be some dusty old rappers. Like, he ain't off on that. We've seen him. Yeah. Man, you have came across him and be like, no way, bro. This ain't the nigga that when we can give you his 16 and this nigga Air Force Ones is leaning over. We've seen that in person. So for Act not to comment on that and say that happens, he wouldn't be doing his job. So I respect it. And I also respect LL Cool J putting him in his place and having the response and like, look, bro, you thinking it's money and it ain't all money. It got a lot more to do with it than that. So I think that was a good exchange between just those two. But like you said, when everybody else started throwing their hat in and they want to comment, kind of like the control verse, it makes it like shit just turns into media at that point. But had it stopped at Act what he said, because again, he's talking to his crowd and he's speaking from a perspective, and LL Cool J like, nah, young blood, it goes this way. That's how the game, in my opinion, is supposed to go.
It did strike a nerve. A lot of people commented,
and but
it also goes to speak to there's a respect level that you must have if you are in the culture of the people that came before you, because without them, you wouldn't be able to do it what it is that you do, and that's where someone does need to like, bro, you sound like a clown, my nigga. Like, from that perspective.
And LL like, told him that real eloquently, like an old head supposed to, like really schooled the nigga.
Right.
Like, this niggas out here that you may have a lot more money than some of these niggas out here, but the work that they put in made it possible, my nigga.
Exactly.
So you can sit on your Twitch and tell your stories and talk to these rappers, bro. So let's not get it twisted.
That's the point that people are trying to say. And again, there's more money in hip hop today, now, period, than it was back then. It's not the same. It's like the NBA, bro. Like, niggas wasn't getting $300 million contracts in 85. Right. That don't mean they dusty. Like that's but because again, without them laying the groundwork, you don't get these 300 M's today. Like that, you have to understand that and not lose sight of that. I will say I did like Russell Simmons' response though.
What'd he say?
Russell Simmons very calmly in a Russell Simmons way was like, yo, bro, you may have a lot of money. Like, I'm not doubting that. Congratulations on your success. How many people have you made millionaires though?
What are you contributing to this
reel
culture?
Them off.
What are you contributing to this culture?
That, like, okay, cool. Like, you're doing well for yourself. That's great. How many people have you made millionaires? Mm-hmm. And you know what I'm saying? Like, because then that's when you get to talking. Then you can talk some talk.
Talk about
until
impact.
Then. Yeah. Bro, like, just relax. You know what I'm saying? Like, but it was funny, but I respected the response. He is gonna be on Breakfast Club by the time this airs, so who knows what he'll say on there. And I think he's doing a sit down with LL Cool J too. So he's getting a nice little kick of this, a nice little Google search off of this or whatever, some nice SEO points off of this. But
it's his job, right? Like, it's his job to be salacious, to speak for that generation, and to conjure up conversation. Like, if he's sitting down with LL Cool J, if he's going on a breakfast run behind this, I respect that. I respect the conversation.
For sure.
My problem would be more so, like you were saying, with every nigga throwing their hat in. Like, now you're proving his point. Like, when the dusty niggas that he's talking about start making a case for it, like, oh, well, I ain't dusty. Yeah, my nigga, you dusty.
Yeah, LL Cool J can comment.
LL Cool J can do
Russell Simmons can comment.
He can do that. Exactly. So yeah, I respect it. It's probably a move. I'm sure Act didn't mean to do this, you know, but it played out well, I think, especially if it's going to have a beneficial conversation, if he understands what impact means versus money.
But again, the people he's talking to, they need to understand that shit too. Don't come out here on some.
Well, the only way they ain't gonna listen to us or Russell Simmons or LL Cool J. So the only way I feel like they gonna understand it if it's explained to him and he gets it. Yeah, him sitting down with LL Cool J, then going to Twitch and being like, "Here, guys, here it is." That's the only way, in my opinion.
No doubt, man. Moving on, taking it up to New York, Rolling Loud. New York went down over the weekend. I know you saw the crazy footage with Offset performing in the rain and Nicki Minaj doing her set, bringing out a lot of guests. A couple of people you didn't see on stage were a handful of New York drill rappers, artists like Sha Ek, 22 G's, Ron Suno. They were on deck to perform, but the police said, no, y'all niggas is too hot in them Brooklyn streets right now, in them drill streets. Y'all niggas can sit this one out. So obviously the artists were tight about that. Do you think that was fair or foul that the police shut down the drill set at Rolling Loud, New York?
I think that it's foul. Now, I understand insurance. I understand safety. I understand the things that can happen. However, Rolling Loud knew this before they booked the shows. So for you to put a whole bill together, act like, because at this point, I don't even believe that they ever intended for them to perform. For you to go out, sell tickets, have people hype, have these fans of these artists in the venue, and then like, you know what? The police pressuring us now, we can't do it. Like, there's been a lot of speculation, backlash from artists being arrested, showing up to Rolling Loud that they work with the police anyway. So why wouldn't they throw the show? I wouldn't put it above the promoter to say, hey, we'll put their names on here and then we'll let y'all come do what y'all do or shut it down or whatever it may be. Oh, it's no refunds because you got to see Kendrick Lamar. You got to see Offset. Cardi B was here. We can't guarantee that everybody else comes. And what makes me even say that more is Rolling Loud doesn't take any responsibility, any of the statements that I seen released. It's, oh, well, they should show up on time. You want to see everybody, then they should show up on time. You want the drill rappers to perform, talk to New York police. Like, I just feel like with that brand and as big as it is, they would have a lot more pull if they wanted this to go off. They would have a lot more insurance, a lot more security, a lot more assurances to the police that they don't have to not let the drill rappers perform. So I'm putting the blame on Rolling Loud for this.
Yeah, this has happened before. In 2019, Pop Smoke couldn't do it. They wouldn't let him on stage. Neither would they wouldn't let 22 G's on stage either. Here's the thing, man. Let people in New York tell it who are on the ground. The drill stuff is out of control in New York in terms of with the violence and it fueling and flaming a lot of the beef, which is leading to people getting killed. Let them tell it on the streets. They're closer to the situation than I am. I'm nowhere near that shit. So I'll take their word for it for the most part. And I remember at one time we talked about how the radio was like, yo, we're not gonna play no more drill diss records, bro. It's getting out of here. It's like it's too crazy at this point. And so at some point, somebody has to, because it can't be both sides. We can't go, yo, why is everybody just sitting around not really doing nothing? And then when people do things and like, yo, try to put their foot down and try to draw some lines, like, yo, y'all chill out. Then it's like, oh, they're overstepping their boundaries and da. So like it's got to be one way or the other. I'll say this though, I've heard of one of these. I've heard of 22 G's. I've never heard of Ron Suno and I've never heard of Sha Ek. So just the fact that they're getting banned from playing, I'm reading an article right now from NBC News, and I'm sure this is the first time that Sha Ek, with all due respect, is on CBS News or whatever the fuck this is, NBCnews.com. And it's also plastered across several other websites. So he's probably getting more pub by not being able to perform than he is if he had been one of those 50 opening acts at Rolling Loud that nobody would have gave a shit about because Offset was in the rain and Nicki Minaj brought out Lil Uzi Vert. Like nobody would have cared about Sha Ek. So
I wouldn't say that though, bro.
Nah, but these niggas were performing early, bro. Like trust me. They not getting their videos not going viral. Niggas not sharing Ron Suno, with all due respect.
But that's how they get away with it, though. That's how Rolling Loud, in my opinion, gets away with. It's almost like a pseudo or faux promotion. Like, bro, you and I talked about this drill stuff a while ago with the mayor, and they wanted to have meetings. I seen this shit on Vice. It's literally been everywhere. So why would Rolling Loud continue to proceed with booking all of these drill niggas, knowing damn well there may be a problem with it? Like that makes no sense to me. Like it feels like you duping your fans.
I mean, because what they're going to do is, yo, it wasn't on us, it's on them. So look, we'll book you If these niggas pull up and say y'all can't go, then that's out of our hands. But we'll do what we can. Because if they didn't book them, then people would be blaming Rolling Loud. Now people are blaming the police department. That's why it absolves them of responsibility. Because they're saying, shit, we cool with you being here. We trying to get you a platform, bro. Like they're like, yo, we're trying, but they're not letting us. So
I think I think artists are starting to see through that, because the second part of this was 21 Savage. He came late and they cut his set short, and there were a lot of other people that got passed over. And Rolling Loud, like you just said, hey man, you came late. We told you what time to be here. That in turn, like, yeah, the artist does have some blame there, but also, like, are you putting on a show for the fans, or are you just doing this shit to like make money and not for the culture? Like, you gotta, I understand it's a business, I understand it got to be a certain time, but there should, like, put it in a contract. Let motherfuckers know that if they late, then it's a possibility that you may not go on. It just seems unethical, or a lot of shady shit goes on just so they can pump the Rolling Loud brand versus people having a good experience in hip hop. That's my problem with it.
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot that you got to do when you running one of these festivals. It's a lot of moving parts. I know Rocky, ASAP Rocky, there was an issue. They cut his set short too.
They cut 21 Savage. 21 Savage said he'll never perform Rolling Loud again.
Yeah, I seen that. I don't know, because it's still kind of.
They responded and said he was late, and he said they cut him short.
Yeah, see, I ain't seen him say nothing about. I just seen the tweet. I don't know what the fuck was the issue, but I mean, I don't know. Who does that hurt more?
The Rolling Loud brand. Hence the question. It's out of there. They over with. All righty, man. Just this past week, Hendrix, Pluto, whatever you want to call him, Future, he sold his catalog to one of those purchasing companies. Question, real simple, Animal Brown, smart or dumb move?
It's a smart move. He sold his publishing catalog from 2004 all the way up to 2020. They said that contained about 600 songs. High big boy figures. They're talking between 60 to 75 million. Listen, I'm not mad at that. If we want to put it into context, Justin Timberlake's just sold his 400, if I'm not mistaken. Look, first of all, he's made money off of these records from streams. He's made money off these records from YouTube videos, from concerts, from tours, from shows. And then you sell them and you get an even bigger bag. So you've already made money off of this shit 5, 6, 7 different ways. That's a lot of bread, dude. 60 to 75 million is a nice ticket. Obviously, taxes, legal fee, we all okay, blah, blah, blah. He's not going to see all 75 million. But 75 million is 75 million, dude. And he still gets to keep the stuff he has from 2000 on up. And who knows what type of run he's about to go on right now, because he's still relevant. Bro, there's got to be a thing going on, because a lot of people are cashing out. I know The Dream did it. He sold all of his. We just seen Irv Gotti sell a lot of his from Murder Inc. The word on the street is Kanye has got his up for sale for a ridiculous amount of money. They say he wants 35 times his Future earning, whatever the little evaluation is. So, bro, it's something going on that I'm out of the loop on, but a lot of people are cashing out right now. And I'm not mad at it, especially when you've already made a shitload of money off of it to begin with. And then you didn't sell all of it. You still keeping current shit and future shit. And I think whoever owns his masters, because this isn't masters, this is publishing. You still have the masters Joker in your back pocket. I'm not mad at this, dog, at all.
What's the difference between masters and publishing?
The masters is the actual song. So like when you record the full song, and then and you have that one recording, like this the CD, nigga, that's your master. And everything that you hear on the radio and stuff is just a copy of that. And so anytime that somebody samples that song, period, or they play it in a movie or commercial, it has to come from the master. The publishing is what you wrote on it. So if a nigga come out and say on a song, nigga, they quote a Future line, that goes to whoever owns the publishing. That's how they get paid off of that.
Yeah, to
my understanding, that's the difference.
I just wanted to make sure I understood that it was clear. And
publishing is split up between the producer, the label, and the writer, and the performer.
A couple of different ways. I feel like what's going on is like Jada Kiss famously said one time, like, I don't want to do all of that work, bro. Like, yeah, me owning it, I can make money, potentially more money than you off of it because I would own it, but I would have to work it. Like, if you already got the infrastructure set up and you finna give me a lump sum up front and I can use that money to go do something I really want to do versus trying to place my lyrics somewhere on a movie or a commercial or a t-shirt or with a team entrance. If you already got that set up and you finna give me 70 million for it, run it.
Yeah,
Let's
for
go.
sure.
I can go in and put that towards, like you said, the second half of my career, whatever I'm trying to do, building a bigger brand. Absolutely. So when a nigga like Kanye West say I want 35 times, I understand that. Yep. I'm the biggest name. I move the fucking meter. Do you know how much you gonna make from wait till I get my money right, nigga?
For sure.
Absolutely. So I totally understand him wanting that and the move to getting those things. So especially while you're still relevant, because like you said, I can make it and cash out and do this again in 20 years.
Exactly.
4 years. Yep. Like, who's to say I won't be able to do that? It may not be 60, but it'll be 30. And that's a nice chunk of change as well, even if I don't stay as relevant. So I like the move. And I think it's gearing towards people just being able to use that capital to do something that they actually want to do.
How much do you think clothing? How much do you think Kanye's publishing royalties bring in a year? And that's keep in mind, this is split up between the writers, the producer. So if you got 20 writers, nigga, your shit is getting split up even more. Mm-hmm. A year, what do you think his shit brings in?
How much do Kanye make off of it a year?
Just royalties.
I would say 8 million.
13.2.
Just off everything I done did.
Yes.
Didn't count what I'm doing or nothing else. It's the shit that I done did.
Exactly. This is probably shit from like 08. 07. So he's looking to get about 35 times the evaluation of the gross profit. Do the math, it's about 175 million. They said his discography brings in 13 million. When you break down after everything is, but he probably gets about 5 of that a year, give or take. So he's looking to get about 175 for his catalog, which is fucking crazy.
Put that towards that Yeezy money.
Now the Yeezy money, listen, put that toward the fucking, I don't know, Chicago Bears money, like whatever, nigga. Like we talking big boys, this big boy shit, dude. Like whenever you can make a play like that, you can turn some old shit, future shit from. Can you name a Future song from 04? You can't.
When did the March Madness come out?
Not 04. He wrote that's writing credits from like a fucking Ludacris song or something. But my point is, when you can turn that. Yeah. Or a mixtape song or whatever the case may be into double digit M's, man, bro, run that.
Facts.
Not even close.
Fact.
Man, moving on before we get to these Nas B-Side joints, BET, they dropped their list of the 50 best hip hop samples. Very interesting list. Take a look at it. How accurate was it? And what's 2 of your favorite joints?
I like that list, man. What I like to do when I look at this list is go listen to the original songs, find my old school playlist songs that way. Really fire to do. But this is a decent list. So I'm always, like I said, appreciative of sample lists so I can find me some old songs. If I had to pick 2, one would be by the aforementioned Kanye West, the Slow Jams, sampling that Luther, fire. And the other one would be same Kanye West, This Can't Be Life, off the Dynasty album with Scarface and Benny Siegel. And it was sampled for Hail Melvin and the Blue Notes, I Miss You. Fire.
Yep. I can't argue with that. I was gonna go Kanye. I've been working the slave ship. He chopped that Marvin Gaye sample up crazy.
No, he sure did.
He chopped that motherfucker up. I think that was the live version too. Like he killed that. And then I'm gonna go with a layup. Isley Brothers, Footsteps in the Dark, which is Ice Cube's It Was a Good Day.
It was a good day.
I know he didn't do a whole bunch to the sample. It doesn't matter. That's one of the best rap songs of all time. Ice Cube is not a dusty nigga.
No, definitely not a dusty rap nigga.
He not an old dusty rap nigga. So I guess Akademiks would approve of this selection. But that's one of my favorite songs, even though he didn't freak it like that, like in terms of flipping the sample and doing a whole bunch of shit to it. But nigga, that shit fire though. It's a classic.
I was thinking, you mentioned Ice Cube. This is a random thought. They should all the HBCU football programs should be in one conference, and Ice Cube should be the commissioner of the conference. Since he got background with the big three, then like a league owner, I feel like that'll be big. Just something to think about.
I wonder if he'd be interested in that. I wonder how he feel on the big. Cube been low.
Super
Cube was out here doing the
that-
presidential. He been low lately.
It's that president stuff. He like, oh, y'all got me fucked up. I can really just enjoy my money, nigga. I ain't got to be out here doing this shit. I feel like that's what he said, man.
That nigga got super low.
Yeah, he was. He like,
y'all done ran my boy Cube off, man. God damn.
I'd like to see that though. I think that would be dope. All right,
Yeah,
Nas B-Sides, AB. Did you have a hard time finding these?
Nah, I like his. Like you said, his catalog is mostly considered B-sides, man.
And that ain't even a diss though. I was being funny, but that ain't even a diss at all.
Yeah, like look at I'd rather him make that type of music. You look at some of his singles, like One Mic and stuff. That's not a single.
Niggas really fuck. Niggas started putting oil in the game on Nas. Really, he had this shit perfected. Niggas started talking about sales and fucking first week numbers and singles and all. Man, if it had just stayed like what it was, Nas would have been revered as probably the GOAT. That made me realize this listening back to this shit, because can't nobody really just get in there just I'm on an album just spitting mode like he can, dude.
Yeah, when they try to step outside of that, you get
you like, what is this, bro?
You get Shorty Owe Me Ice with Genuine. Like that shit garbage, bro. Like, you don't need to make that.
Fit you, Nas. Yeah, it don't even fit you, bro.
Please don't make shit like that, dude. Oh my God. Anyway, but so this was a layup for me though. I already kind of knew off the dome which ones I was gonna lean a little toward. But what you got though? What you thinking?
To start out with, I would start with, I don't have anything off Illmatic, spoiler alert.
That's a layup though, honestly.
First for me is Favor for a Favor with Scarface, man, off the It Was Written album.
I Am
album. How I stumbled across this big Scarface friend, cousin that was older than me, used to listen to Scarface a lot, bought the diary, and I some kind of way listening to Scarface, I heard this song and had to listen to the Nas album. I wasn't really up on Nas when I came across this song, but it still remains to be one of my favorite songs ever. That Scarface Favor for a Favor. Them niggas was spitting.
Yeah. That's the shit. I actually had that on my list, but really? I had bonus songs just in case, so I came prepared. But that song was the shit. I really like that album. I remember that took me back to high school, bro. Like, shout out Jay, shout out my boy Caesar. We used to ride around listening to that shit in his mama minivan. That shit was banging.
That's funny.
I'm gonna take it.
This album got like 4 of them on there, to be honest.
Nah, that's a fact. I thought you was gonna go the Isley joint.
Which one?
Project Windows. Was that on there?
That's
no. My bad.
Just spoiler alerted my.
Yeah, my bad.
I had a whole lead in for it and everything. That's funny as hell. Nah, I was gonna go. The other one that I would have played off of that is The Story. You know when he telling the story. Money Is My Bitch or Undying Love is one of those. Undying Love. Yeah. And then that KISSING with R. Kelly too is mine.
Yeah.
He was ripping that. He laced and the Pac and Big joint too.
Yeah. There's some shit on there. That album was banging though, obviously. That's funny as fuck. I'll go Nostradamus too then, since we about to go there. So, I went to the quote unquote controversial song on here. This is the one that Fox News tried to hem up Nas with. I remember he was trying to do something. I think he was trying to do something at a school, and they played the Shoot 'Em Up lyrics with a little Christmas beat in the background. And he was telling a story about as Nas does, he tells a lot of stories. We could probably have done an episode on just his story songs.
Facts.
But he tells a story about the guy setting him up or whatever the case may be. And people pulled those lyrics like out of context and were like, look, he's talking about shooting the guy, and they banned him from performing somewhere. I'm hot. I can't remember where it was, but that shit was insane that people was taking it out of context. But that song is fire though, and he ripping that shit. It's one of my favorite songs on there. And actually, if niggas is keeping it a stack, like Nostradamus is probably his most hated album, but it's actually not that bad. Like niggas try to say.
That was the first Nas album I bought. Nostradamus.
Yeah, it hit us differently because we weren't attached to Illmatic like everybody else was.
Yeah.
Or it was written for that matter. We weren't attached to it because it's not better than those, but it is good though. And like it's not just complete trash like how niggas trying to make it.
For a Southern hip hop fan, it's definitely like, okay, I'm fucking with this. It ain't bad as New York niggas try to make it out to be.
There is a song on here that has that has held up terribly though. That Big Girl. That has
You're
aged.
A big girl now.
Oh my God. Hey, run that back. You're gonna be like,
That's some slow. I can tell you that already.
Crazy now.
The my next one, you already spoiler alerted it. I'm gonna have them play this at my funeral. So if they haven't played it, if you there when I'm dead and they ain't played this, play this in the parking lot. That Project Windows, Nas, nigga, that is fire. Probably one of my favorite songs ever, at least top 10. I know. I remember reading the track list for this. This is what made me buy the album. All I see, this was when we would go just buying the album, nigga. I remember the single from this, but I seen the track list in Best Buy when I bought it. It had Ronald Isley and Project Windows. I went to this song first, and it was everything that I ever wanted it to be, nigga, with Ronald Isley and Nas. It's probably one of my favorite songs.
That, I mean, I guess how could you miss on that? Like it's just like the beat fire, the vibe. Ronald Isley was perfect for that song.
Thanks,
why don't he get more? Why he don't do more like rap features though?
He said he wasn't into it at first. He said he didn't want to let it. Got a story talking about it. I can't remember what it was on, but he was like coming out of our era that like we just made original music. So when people would call us to rap and they were like, "Oh, we want a sample," we were like, "Sample? What does that even mean?"
Gotcha.
And they weren't familiar with the process, and some kind of way or another, Ice Cube made them familiar with it, let them hear the song. And it was like, "Oh, okay, that's cool."
Yeah.
And then after that, niggas probably just couldn't afford it. Other than
that's a good point, because I know he was smacking.
Man, I don't even know what y'all niggas in here doing, and y'all look like y'all got plenty of money. Come on with it,
man.
Young blood.
Yeah, that's a good point. But I feel like we got cheated out of some dope ass collabs.
He need that Jay-Z Ronald Isley tomorrow.
Yeah, that would have been hard. Oh my God.
He should have been like while they was recording that remake that they did. Like, Hov need just a little bridge or something for the next one that he working on. Get a nigga a la-di-da-di-da, something like that, bro.
It could have been like Charlie Wilson, bro. Like Charlie Wilson kind of embraced hip hop when Snoop kind of brought him back. He did a couple of hooks and stuff, and that shit worked. Was
it the R. Kelly thing? Did niggas fear away from him when he was doing the whole Mr. Big thing? Was that a thing?
No, but maybe R. Kelly just ate up all the hooks though, because he was on the rap hooks crazy. So maybe it was just like he was taking up like that Isley lane a little bit.
What it would have been for him. That's true.
Yeah, some of them.
That's a fact.
I'm gonna go with another story. This is my only other story joint on here, and this is the story you love to hate on for some strange ass reason. But I'm going Stillmatic with Rewind. And this is one of the most creative
overrated song in hip hop history. That's what that is.
This is ridiculously creative. Even though the beat is just okay, I'm gonna keep it a stack. But it's not about the beat. It's about him telling a story backwards. Just when you think, what else could this nigga tell a story about? He does it in a way that doesn't come off as gimmicky, in my opinion. It actually comes off as just impressive. And then it ends with a little voicemail. And like, bro, like this shit is complete flames, dude. I even played this with my gal, and she was even like, "Oh wow, that was dope." And she don't even listen to shit like this, though. She was like, she was like, "Oh, that was cool." I was like, "I know, it was amazing. It wasn't just cool, it was amazing." But cool to her is amazing, so I'll take that. One day you'll wake up and appreciate it the same way.
I don't even listen to that song.
Super dope.
As soon as it comes on, I change it. However,
turn it up.
However, with that being said, I too will go with the Nas story. You probably had this one on this because I too, like your girl, the first time that I heard this was like, wait, run that back. Like, let me hear that again. And that's off that Lost Tapes. It's at Blaze 50. Yeah, with Blazer 50. Shout out J Hove. I remember sitting on Vaux Lane listening to this. And I'm like, whoa, this nigga. Because again, I wasn't a Nas fan, wasn't a big Nas guy. But this shit right here is really what made me start respecting the shit out of him and what he was able to do lyrically. Nigga, this Blaze 50 is fucking amazing. It might have been the blueprint for that Rewind story, because remember he started over and told that motherfucker again. So
that's true.
Might have been some motivation for that.
Shout out that Lost Tapes. That CD was banging. That song is crazy though. That shit is crazy. Man. He's spitting on there. You know what? I think I might have played that for her too.
That Blaze 50. Whew. Nas got some hell of stories, man.
No, that's a fact. He cold with that shit. I'm gonna keep it that same project. I'm gonna go Papa Was a Player. Love that fucking song too. Speaking of R. Kelly sample, that Papa Was a Player, man. That's one of my favorite songs on there. Again, that Lost Tapes I thought was super dope. I forgot when these sessions was. I think these was like I Am sessions, or somebody correct me if I'm wrong. They may have been Nostradamus sessions that these were supposed to go on. But I used to really, really like that damn Lost Tapes joint. And that Papa Was a Player is one of my favorite on there. Super dope banger.
Listening to this, I did say, man, I need to listen to more old Nas. Like, I don't revisit Nas enough at all.
Yeah, that's a good point.
But this definitely made me do that. I'm going to go more recent with my next one. It's off of that Life Is Good album when I thought Nas was completely done, but he killed me. Came out this banging ass Life Is Good, and it stayed with Large Professor. Still to this day, listen to that. Woo, that's it.
That second verse?
Man, come on, man.
That second verse, dude?
Ripping that. Absolutely.
J. Cole sampled that. He used that same sample on one of them Truly Yours mixtapes. Yep. And that shit was fire too. However,
they right there. J. Cole was spitting his ass off on there.
He wasn't
better than Nas though.
No. Yeah. The second verse is ridiculous, bro. And that album was banging too.
Mm-hmm. That whole album was banging. Facts.
Damn, that was a good ass pick. I'm gonna go Hip Hop Is Dead. This was tough because there's two on here I really, really like. But the one with Game and Marsha Ambrosius, who is quietly undefeated when it comes to rap hooks. And this is also one of Game's best verses too, guest feature verses. It's called Hustlers. Dr. Dre did the beat. Please run that back. Do yourself a favor. Nas ripped it. Game ripped it where he was like, I'm in the record store with choices to make. Illmatic on his honor. I only got $20 to my pocket. Fuck it, I stole both. Like, nigga, that shit. Niggas be forgetting Game be rapping his ass off. Nas was banging. The beat was hard and the hook was flawless. Y'all run that y'all run that Hustlers back. And I was leaning toward that Still Dreaming with Kanye on there, which is also fire.
Kanye was ripping that too. I listened to that shit in preparation for this. Another one that I have, it's not off a Nas album, but it's definitely a B-side, Nas and Scarface. Again, you put me on this. That DJ Khaled, man, hip hop with Scarface and Nas. Jesus Christ.
Them niggas was spitting.
Them niggas was killing this.
Yeah.
Scarface was killing it. It's on that Kiss the Ring.
Okay, yeah. That's probably the best Khaled album too.
Man, you used to the big posse joints or whatnot. This is a B-side Khaled track, which is very rare with Scarface and Nas, and they just both of them took the perspective of hip hop being like a girl.
Yep.
Well, just one of them did, I believe. However the shit went, it was banging. Both of them was ripping, and I do remember that.
Them niggas undefeated on the collabs, man. We need about 3 or 4 more during that heyday time. Man. We were cheated out of more Scarface and Nas collabs because them niggas. Hey, what if this just hit me too? What if they did like a little 9-piece?
Need that right now. You ain't gotta finish it. You ain't gotta finish it, nigga. Right now, I'm listening to that. That's the one come on, bro.
Nas and Scarface?
Right now. Come on with it.
Man.
Who need to do that? Who we gonna have? What's the nigga name to be with Hit Boy do that?
Hit Boy, yeah, fuck it. We ain't gonna overthink that. Nigga, Hit Boy.
Whatever. Need that.
Man.
Come on, give us that one Scarface for you retire, man.
Man, my last one was off a collab tape. This one was with the one he did with Kanye. A lot of people had mixed feelings about it. I remember when Kanye was on his 7-album Good Music run and they were doing live listening parties, streamings at midnight. And I remember watching this one, and they did it in New York at Queensbridge under the bridge. And this song, Everything, came on with The Dream and Kanye singing that hook. And nigga, they was under the bridge with a little bonfire under Queen. Man, nigga, I almost had a nervous breakdown, nigga. That shit is complete flames. Didn't
like
get
a
talked
movie,
about
yeah.
enough.
Yeah.
A super soulful Kanye hook, no auto tune and all of that shit, nigga. Nah, nigga, just pain, nigga, singing through that shit. Complete flames. If y'all haven't ran that Nasir everything back, please do yourself a favor.
That's a good one to end it on because I was gonna pick that one too. So that's perfect.
Nigga, that hey man, that damn live. I gotta see if I can find that footage because that shit
ain't on YouTube.
Crazy.
It gotta be on YouTube, right?
It gotta be. And I'm from Queens too. That shit, it really hit home.
Like from North Nashville, my nigga. You from North Nashville.
Home, hilarious.
Nigga. What we got? That was it?
That was my 5.
I gotta do a playlist for this.
Yeah.
Follow me on Apple Music, man. I'm gonna drop this playlist. We need these Nas B-Sides. I did the Wayne B-Sides playlist. I mean the whole B-Sides.
You gotta do the Nas B-Sides, man, and put that rewind first. Just out of respect.
I did that Drake too. I got a mean Drake playlist. None of that singing shit.
Nigga got strong B-sides though, man. Like niggas can't sleep, dog.
B-sides is what make it go, man. That's what make this shit rock. Them hits and singles expire, man. Them B-sides make you go back, you be listening. You're like, damn, I forgot about this.
He could do a show,
bro. Hype. Facts.
Like Hov?
Oh, facts. I'm going to the Nas B-side show. I 100% would see B though.
That Blaze a 50 nigga person that should be. I'll be word
they
for word with
down here. Actually, I couldn't do that though. It was like Wu-Tang, Nas.
You lost me at Wu-Tang. Don't even worry about
it. I just like, bro, stop.
Yeah, don't even worry about it. And it was outdoors and shit. And I'm not going to no outdoor show.
Still had Tim's on, nigga, and hoodies outdoors with the Wu-Tang hoodie and the Tim's on. 90 degrees in Georgia.
Ain't no way. What we got, some wins, some losses?
We got some wins and some losses before we got out of here. First W or L to your man, the designer. He didn't realize the ESTG is that nigga and it's $75K for a feature. And he went rampant on his little social medias and walked that back really quickly after somebody from the ESTG camp reached out to him. Win or loss?
Yeah, it's an L, man. Like designer.
Give it up, bro.
First of all, I can't believe he's still making music respectfully. He seemed like a nice guy, always smiling and shit.
He ought to be able to live off that royalty check, right?
Yeah, he should. Hopefully he owned that shit. But he did turn up. I never really seen him turned up like that. He usually be like in a good mood. That was a little weird. But somebody said, man, that they must have told him, nigga, they outside his mama house or something. Cause he walked that shit back real quick.
Nigga. Them ESTG niggas ain't playing, buddy. EST or whatever.
That his album banging too. That EST, he got some nice shit on them.
And new one is banging. He get in his bag, man. I can't wait till you take that jump. Next win or a loss to West Side Gun. There was a brand new art exhibit by Isaac Palaos, The Last Supper painting. It features the faces, the smiley faces like he has on all of his artwork. Went for $100 grand. AB, win or a loss for playing that for the art?
Man, that's a win. Listen, that's his thing. West Side Gun, them niggas is in the art. Yeah. They in the wrestling and they're in the art. So if that's your thing, then that's what you're gonna spend your bread on. Fuck it. I didn't get to see it though. Did you see it?
It's dope. It's like you know what the Last Supper picture looks like.
For sure.
Jesus.
Yeah.
It just got all of the faces replaced with the little smiley faces that he be using.
Okay.
So I feel like that's worth it. I'm putting a price tag on it for the market. Like that resale gonna be for more than that. Art appreciates with value. It's my brand and thing. Like some rich nigga might buy it or something. That's dope.
It's a one-on-one.
Yeah, I like that. It's really dope. That guy Isaac Palaos is a really good artist. So he's been catching a lot of buzz as of late.
Selling something for 100 bands will do it for you.
Yeah, facts. I want to go to an art show. Look up one down here in Atlanta. All right, win or a loss. Last one, your man JID, who reposts negative reviews about his album and then went to clown the author that wrote them. This is a win or a loss, man.
This is an L. Don't go the Wale route, bro. Like you taking the critics.
That's a good one.
The nigga didn't even shit. He gave it like a 3.8. Nigga, like relax, bro. Like he act like he gave it one mic. Like chill out, bro. Like stop. He posted the nigga like bio, his face, and just like, bro, like you mad, dude. Like I get it. you're an artist and you're sensitive about your shit. That's fine. Don't go the Wale route. Don't be the nigga that's angry at everybody that has an opinion about your shit, bro. Because everybody not gonna like it, bro. You gotta get used to that.
Yeah, I don't understand that. Like, what if a nigga did that to a song he didn't like of his? Like, what if a nigga was like, "Oh, I hate this song," and just trolled him? Like
That's gonna happen now, bro.
That's what I'm saying. That's just stupid. Like, I think JID is talented. I don't know if I'm rocking with the personality that I've seen.
Like, bro, it's gonna happen. Everything ain't for everybody. It ain't like he just shit. That's the thing. It ain't like he shitted on it. Now, if he would have just been cluelessly like, nigga, this the worst album of the year, like over the top doing dumb, then that would have been like, okay, like, come on, my nigga, who is you? But nigga just gave his fucking opinion, gave it like a 3.5. Like, bro, what's the problem? Like,
did you like that JID?
To be honest, I still haven't sat with it. Cause it's one of them albums you really gotta sit with. I'm gonna come clean. I can't just get that note.
Rapping on that. It ain't one you gonna yell like just listen to and be like, oh, whatever it may be.
Yeah, I gotta listen to that, man. Cause I don't want to cheat him because I know he put a lot of work into it, and people are talking about it crazy. So I gotta run it before the end of the year, man, to see if it make that top 10. And I see this West Side painting. That is pretty cool. 100 bands is insane, though.
Imagine a big boy picture of that in your living room.
It's huge too.
Yeah, designed around that. Get the couch to go with that and shit. Like just the core, all that shit look right.
Jay-Z put the world on art too. He put the hip hop world on art. Niggas weren't talking about art before, dude. Like Basquiat and shit. Niggas weren't rhyming Basquiat and they rhymes and shit, bro.
I had to sit with that.
Not on a consistent basis.
Not on a consistent basis. I give you that
one. On deck of the week, man. Let's take it to YouTube, of course. We got a brand new subscriber, man. Shout out to Saint_281. I appreciate you joining the party. Leave a comment next time, man. Let us know what you think about this episode. And of course, y'all let us know y'all favorite Nas B-Sides, man. It's a ton of them out there. Let us know what y'all top 5 favorite joints is. Absolutely. You got to put us on, man.
Put on this week is music related. Rapper Big Pooh dropped a brand new album. It's called Dream in Color. Check it out, man. I got to listen to it. Grown man rap. Just
what he sound like? Because I know you like the last one. I want to say
I like the last one, 2020, little brother.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Just grown, man. Like he rapping about like thinking he was gonna be a superstar, having to get a job, and just it's good. It's very personal. I like it. This is right down my lane of what I want to hear.
I ain't mad at that.
Sample laden stuff. Yeah, dope.
Yeah, but Pooh can rap though. Ain't nobody like he Big make adult contemporary hip hop, and I mean that respectfully.
Absolutely.
Mine is an album too. Simba, Out of the Bay. I'm becoming a fan. I like his project. He did the joint with DJ Drama, which I said DJ Drama will be back. I be calling shit left and right. That shit crazy. This project tough. This project is called Results Take Time. Number 1, I love the title. Number 2, I think he has a bright future. I see the potential. This is better than his last project, which is what I was hoping for, because he's got the talent. Lyrically, I was just hoping that he could craft better records, and he's doing that with this. So, man, y'all check out that Symbol Results Take Time. He does not sound like a guy out of the Bay like we traditionally are used to hearing. And so that may turn some people off. But I think it's dope, man. There's some good joints on here too, like some super strong songs on here.
Absolutely, man. I like that Simba. I like his personality. He seems like a dope artist. It's gonna be around for a minute.
Absolutely, man. Guys, let us know again. Give us your top 5 favorite Nas B-Side records. Which ones did we sleep on? Also youtube.com/OnDeckTV show, and of course Instagram OnDeck TV show. Follow the kid. What else we got, man, before we get out of here?
That's it, man. We appreciate you tapping in. Tap in all over the social media sites. And again, if you want to hear that interview with Animal Brown and myself, go check out the Another Week in the Books feed. Just type it in over there on your podcast, AWITB. We appreciate you. We out.
Yes, sir.